All right, second to last game of week 6. And we have another very good one on our hands. We have the Maccabros, the resurgent Maccabros, after their struggles last season, and Frankchester United, who are continuing their strong play from a season ago. Both teams are 3-2 in fourth and fifth. Um, the Maccabros have double digits points per game, but Frankchester United have about a point and a half higher at 11.4. Statistics to watch. Maccabros are a very interesting team. They're last in own niche. The questions they get to request the categories for, they get 11% of the time. And then they get all the other questions 70% of the time, which is the highest non-niche I've ever seen besides the Scarlet Knights in the first like 3 weeks of this season. Um, and Frankchester United are second in points per game, so they're having a very strong year so far. Also, the Maccabros are one win away from their like season total from last season, so they're definitely bouncing back. We're not even at the halfway point of this season. Last week, both teams suffered their second defeat. Mentally Illest beat the Maccabros 12-9, and Hive Mind beat Frankchester United 10-8. I was assuming Stephen would have joined by now, but we still appear to be awaiting his arrival, so I will just vamp for another minute or so. Um, Jeremy seems to have a
As
dog.
as long as the first one's not a niche, I think we might be good to start it up maybe.
Okay, we
I,
can.
I don't know how pressed y'all are on time.
I think it's fine, but yeah, we can start. I don't.
This is Sadie.
We'll start in a second. Let me just get more water first, and maybe that will give him the time to join.
What'd you get for dinner, Coop?
I just had some leftover pasta that I made earlier.
Pasta.
Pasta.
Okay, I think we can start. If the macros have if they think they need Steven, they can just call him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
He should
Uh,
he should be here any second.
yeah, it should be
Oh,
fine.
but our Steven's here, right? He
Yeah,
can count for both, right?
Steven Bachner is the first, and this.
I'm like gonna pee in like 5 seconds, so like I'll be back in like five, like literally like 5 seconds.
Okay, well then we'll just wait. Excellent. I'm glad we're on YouTube for this. Just dead air. Good podcasting.
Yeah, Steven can be like all time. Steven Bachner can be like all time QB. He can be like all time Steven.
All-time offense.
Oh yeah, if we had Steven on our team, we would not miss an NBA question.
True.
We would do all three niches NBA.
He meets the eligibility requirements.
Yeah,
Yeah.
True.
he just didn't get his forms in time.
I'm back.
All right, we can go ahead and start. The first category is Olympic disciplines. Does anyone want to double this?
What kind of category is this?
Is this
Sports other.
is this like people who have been disciplined at the Olympics?
You'll find out, won't you, Jeremy?
We're not gonna double this, but I'm
No.
intrigued.
Okay.
No double.
No one's doubling. As I said, this is your sports other category. Maccabros, here's your question. What is the third discipline of equestrian in addition to eventing and jumping?
Fuck if I know.
There's Steven. Perfect timing.
I'm really hoping Steven just jumps in and gets this.
Me too. Is it poloing?
Polishing? I don't know.
Let's see.
Mid question. Let's see if he can pull it.
Come
Yeah, you
on,
can have
Steven.
about 20 seconds.
Oh, he's coming. Look at
Welcome,
the question and answer, Steven.
Steven's
I'm looking.
quiet. You got about 15 seconds. Welcome in.
Thank you. Oh man.
Yeah, no shot.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jousting.
I know this. Dressage final.
What?
I was never getting that.
That's crazy. Me neither.
Good
Snoop
pull.
Dogg was dressed up for this.
Qualls knew it. I always like to flaunt that in the face of teams when they get a question wrong. It's like, you guys missed it and Qualls got it. You know, maybe Qualls is just into the dancing horses. Okay. Frankchester United. What is the third discipline of fencing in addition to epee and foil?
I know who
Isn't
it's
it
called.
Saber?
I know
Well,
that's
we
the
could.
name.
I
Is
said
that
we
what
called Jared did play fencing at Duke, so
Yeah,
Do
but
you?
I'm pretty sure I think it's Saber.
we can go with that.
Yeah. Well, no, we should call him because if you're gonna, we literally know a professional fence player, and I don't know if we're gonna not a very college fence player. I'm gonna call him even if he doesn't
Okay.
answer.
Okay.
Do you play fencing?
You fence. It's a verb, I think. I'm not really sure actually.
You
He
fence.
is a fence.
He's a
Jared,
fence.
Steve and I have a question for you about fencing for our trivia.
Yes, go for
What is the third discipline of fencing in addition to epee and foil? Is it saber?
Saber, Saber.
All right, thank you, thank you. That's right, saber final.
Correct.
I realize now that I was muted, but I also knew that and told you to just final it.
But we wouldn't have done we had a professional. We were not going to use
Yeah.
that. We're really bad
When you know a professional fencer, you call them on the fencing question.
All right, I gotta.
Yeah,
something. All right, time out. Is Craig just drinking milk straight from the gallon right now?
yeah.
All right.
Based.
All right. Movie time. Movies Qualls watches after getting dumped. We've got kind of that general genre of movie. Does anyone want to double this?
No.
Are they actual movies he's watched after being dumped, or just movies he thinks?
I don't think so because he didn't know either of them when I asked them. So no one's doubling here the questions. First for the Maccabros. If Qualls is angry after a ghosting, he starts what 2006 movie starring Jesse Metcalfe, Ashanti, and Penn Badgley, which focused on a trio of teenage girls who plan to break the heart of a basketball star after they learn he's been secretly dating all three?
Oh, John Tucker Must Die.
Okay.
Go for it.
John Tucker Must Die final.
Correct.
Wild poll.
Yeah, Jeremy was already with that one.
That's always on Comedy Central. It's
Yes, right. I
Yeah.
knew like on cable.
I-
I feel like that movie was always on.
Yeah, that's a cable show or cable TV.
Oh, it was Pool Boy once who did as a niche movies that are always on cable TV, and I guess that would have been one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2-1. Frankchester United, here's your question. When Qualls needs a feel-good movie after being told he's better as a friend, he watches this 2001 romantic comedy starring, or that star, take it whatever you want, Renee Zellweger, Colin Firth, and Hugh Grant, and centers on a girl who is looking for love in the year she decides to start keeping a journal detailing everything she wants in life.
Is this it's basing on a taming of the shrew. The 10 things I hate about you. Frank, don't be on mute.
Sounds good.
I'm not on mute. I have no fucking clue, Craig. I have no idea. I like your answer.
Yeah.
I'm not
10
on
things
mute.
I hate about you. Final.
That is incorrect.
No.
This is Bridget Jones's Diary,
Yeah.
boys.
Yes. You can finally
Totally.
Bridget Jones's Diary, final answer.
Correct.
Not the type of movie that I watch, unfortunately.
Yeah, Frank, I think you might have been muted on that one.
Get to the real.
Okay. 2-2. So both teams sweep the first two categories. And we will go to Billy Joel hits. It's a niche category. Here's the question. Name the song based on its opening line. I'm young enough to... Was someone just going to say the answer? Because you can just go ahead. I don't have to read it if that's what is happening. No? Okay. In that case, I'll start the timer.
This is all you, Rosenbaum.
Yeah, I don't know this one, so I'm gonna guess that it's his new single that he just released because I feel like I know all of his hits.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't, but I think this might be Turn the Lights Back On. Um, that's my best guess, unless there's a hit I've never heard. But
You
I'll
can
go
find
with that. Turn the Lights Back On. Final.
I got no clue.
I don't know either, Craig. I want to say like big Billy Joel songs that maybe none of us would know the opening to, like Vienna, maybe. Or
You do it. You got this.
I don't think I got this.
No.
Yeah, let's just say Vienna final.
This peaked at like 25 in the charts. This was The Night Is Still Young.
Fair.
It's one of the only two songs that were not previously released that were on his greatest hits album. Like I said, it peaked at about 25 or 20 in the US charts. Okay, FBS cities and towns for Frankchester United.
That's a great niche.
Huntington is the hometown of what Sunbelt school?
Marshall final.
Oh my god.
That's way easier than
That is a
Night Is Still
great
Young.
niche.
Peaked at
We're doing that
25th.
niche next week.
Come on.
We're locking
Yeah,
that
we're-
in.
I
We'll do
know
that
all
niche.
132 of them.
We're stealing your niche.
Things
Sure.
Great
Yeah.
idea.
You won't get that next
We don't play each other. You can use whatever you want.
Yeah.
We're doing that in Nerf guns.
All will even itself out in time.
FBS cities and towns. I love that.
That's a great idea.
That's a fun niche.
Yeah. That will not be that easy again. It's just I was on a time crunch.
Yes, yeah.
Elite Gatorade holders. It's an NBA category about people who didn't play that much. Does anyone want to double this?
An NBA category?
Yes.
About bench warmers.
I would say double it, but also like if it's somebody on the bench, I feel like it's gonna be somebody less known, and we could probably call like Smitty or
I voted double.
okay, if you're feeling it.
Yeah, we're gonna double this.
Okay.
I just know Steven knows NBA as well.
That's fine. The game's already chalked.
Oh my god, Coop. Right.
I'm gonna stop the share and make some edits to make it actually unfair now, just to prove you right. All right.
This player played 2 games in 1995.
No, this is actually pretty. It's not.
Let's get it.
Maccabros. What wing out of an ACC school played the fewest minutes per game for the Bucks out of all players on their roster qualified for the minutes per game leaderboard, which is 2,000 minutes played at minimum. So that's a good amount of minutes. That's all I'm gonna say. For both
Is that this year?
Yeah, this most recent season.
Okay, I have a guess.
I have no clue who the very end of the roster guy was on the Bucks this year.
My guess is wrong because it's not an ACC school. It's gonna piss me off when I hear it too.
He played at least 2,000 minutes, so I mean, still was it not Grayson Allen?
He wasn't even on the Bucks last year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jabari Parker final.
Everyone I can think of from their bench wasn't from the ACC. AJ Green final.
That is incorrect. This would be Pat Connaughton.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Oh,
It's
that?
in basketball. All right. But as Jeremy pointed out, it's still like 18 minutes per game because you have to play 2,000 minutes. But that means you're like 8th in the rotation. So you're playing the least out of people who actually like were on the team the whole season, more or less. Frankchester United, your question. What guard out of a Big 12 school played the fewest minutes per game for the Nuggets out of all players on their roster qualifying for the minutes per game leaderboard, which is 2,000 minutes played minimum?
Christian Brown final.
Correct.
Talked.
I'm going to be honest, you should be getting Pat Connaughton.
2,000 minutes is a lot more than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't even read that part until like 15 seconds left because I was thinking like, oh, dude, this person. Are we talking about somebody who had like 0.2 minutes a game? Like
Yeah. Well, simple math would tell you that it's like at least 15 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look.
Mario Kart Bops, it's a video game category. Frankchester United, do you want to double?
Frank, how
Right.
do you know Mario Kart?
I know a lot about Mario Kart. I just don't know what the Bob's makes me think it's about music, and I
Yeah.
don't know any of the music.
I also don't like the want to be playing audio files. Like I don't like those.
What I'm just concerned if it's music, it's not going to be a good category for me. If it's like anything else Mario related, I will.
I think it is music. I'm gonna guess it is music.
All right, we can pass on it then. I think we'll pass.
All right. Yeah, it is music.
Yeah.
Maccabros go first. What Mario Kart map has this soundtrack?
Rainbow Road.
I think that might be like Luigi, like, or like, I don't know. I have no clue.
I haven't played Mario Kart in 20 years.
Same. Rainbow Road final.
That was
I
my
just-
guess.
I just want to say that I knew that everybody that didn't know Mario Kart was going to say Rainbow Road. That's why I was laughing. I was certain that would be the case. I believe that that's Coconut Mall final.
Are
We should have doubled.
No.
That is the like single easiest one.
That's the easiest one in all of Mario.
Yeah. Okay. Frankchester United. What Mario Kart map has this soundtrack?
There's no way, Matt.
Rainbow Road.
Answer.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's so unlucky.
This is the gimme category, but they missed the easiest one.
That's
so-
a
Yeah, that is,
gimme.
Coconut Mall is the only one. that's
No,
easier than
Christian
Rainbow
Brown's
Road.
a gimme.
It's a gimme if you play Mario Kart and like have played it in the past like 5-10 years.
Yeah, well, I certainly have. Mario Kart served me
Christian
well.
Brown and Huntington, West Virginia are gimmies.
Is your stance here that Christian Brown is like leagues more notable than Pat?
Yes,
Connaughton?
he's an NBA champion and he played at Kansas for 4 years.
If Huntington was a
That
gimme, why don't you
Huntington's
make it your
champion.
niche?
Well, I like how half your argument made no sense. Typical from Coop, though, admittedly. All right, 2010's NFL QBs is the Maccabros' next niche. Let's see if they can get this without being little bitches about it. Unlikely. This quarterback out of a MAC school ended up starting 5 combined games between 2010 and 2012 for the Steelers due to Ben Roethlisberger's suspension and injuries, going 3-2.
Is this the light-skinned quarterback,
Charlie Batch?
is that him? Where did Charlie Batch go?
I don't know, but I know he's the backup for the Steelers.
I just feel like backup Steelers quarterback.
That's
I
the best
immediately
That's the best I think.
I
Charlie
immediately
Can't,
think
can't
of
say I've
Charlie.
studied Pittsburgh Steelers backup quarterbacks except for
I'm just gonna pull it if I felt it in my gut. Pause.
It's Charlie Batch, I'm
We'll
telling
go
you.
with Charlie Batch final.
Correct. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to know where he went to school. I only added that because Dennis Dixon started a game or two for them, and I just wanted to rule him out.
Yeah, that I would without the school, I probably would have still gone Charlie Batch, but it made me double think. I was like, I have no idea where he went to school.
Well, so two of Charlie Batch's starts were in the Roethlisberger suspension season, and Dennis Dixon actually started week 1 that year, but then got hurt, and then Charlie Batch started the next 2. So that's why I was trying to clarify that. All right, last decade MLB. Here's the question for Frankchester United. The A's had the best record in baseball at the 2014 trade deadline when they made numerous moves, such as sending a package including Addison Russell for multiple big leaguers, including what pitcher who had been an all-star that season.
Did we do MLB or MLB lineups?
I just said MLB.
Got it,
It's a
the
last
lineup.
decade MLB.
I
Okay.
didn't put lineups.
I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure.
I thought I put lineups. If I didn't, that's
I think
my
I know
fault.
it anyways.
Okay.
No, you just said last decade MLB.
Okay. Yeah, I apologize for that.
I think it's. I know it wouldn't be John Lester. Jeff Samardzija final.
Jeez, that's impressive. That was supposed to be very hard.
I'm sorry,
Or, I was
Steven.
gonna say John Lester, but then
Well, that's why it was a trick question. Yeah.
yeah. But then I thought he got traded to the Cubs around that time.
No, John Lester got traded to the A's that season. It's just that he traded for Addison Russell. Okay, so that was well done from Steven. And we move on to the Nike at home, which is a clothing category. It's a brands category. Does Frankchester United want to double the clothing brands?
It's too general, I think.
Oh, I don't know anything about clothing brands, but if you guys know, we can double this.
I do not.
I don't
Okay.
know enough about it.
All right.
We'll pass.
This is like other athleisure brands that aren't Nike. Okay, Maccabros. Name the 3 sporting brands whose logos are pictured below.
All right, I have the left and right. I don't know what the middle is.
We gotta get all 3.
Is the middle one, should I say a guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that like the new Spalding logo?
Ooh,
I like
I don't
Spalding.
know. I don't know if they have
Left
a new
it-
logo, but
left
S
is
is a
Fabletics,
sporting-
right?
Yes, and then the right is Umbro.
Okay, so let's go Fabletics, Spalding, and what was the last one?
Umbro.
And Umbro.
Umbro.
Fabletics, Spalding, Umbro, final.
Okay, yeah.
Correct.
I didn't want to say it wrong.
Yeah.
I thought he said Goon Bro.
I said okay. 3-point game.
Was at Asics? I thought you said what'd you say? Fabletics?
Yeah, no, they were right. I changed the A6 to Fabletics because I didn't want multiple.
Okay.
I didn't want multiple ones with the letter and the logo.
Okay.
It's going to be the same for you guys. Actually, I changed one of them. And I don't think I changed the answer, but
Okay.
here's yours. Name the 3 sporting brands whose logos are pictured below.
Mm.
True.
On the right, that's like a Nazi logo, like Nazi dog whistle logo.
Middle one looks like Domino's.
I know one of them.
The middle one with the colors from the left one is like definitely Domino's.
Yeah.
Oh. I know the. I'm not gonna say the middle one, but I know the middle one.
I don't know any of them, so I feel like we probably don't say anything. You want to just pass and not give them more time?
Yeah, because maybe pass.
Pass. Final.
So the left is Russell.
Russell, yeah.
The middle is Columbia.
Columbia is the middle. Yeah, Columbia.
The right, I have
Patagonia.
The right one looks like like the old Navy like athleisure wear
Which is
brand. I don't know.
I I would guess more Patagonia.
It's not Patagonia. They have a
No.
mountain.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Russell, Columbia, and Old Navy athleisure final.
That is right, actually, but it's Athleta.
Ugh.
Yeah, I thought two married guys on this team would carry on the two like female focused brands in these two
My
questions.
friend works at Athleta. She'll be so upset I didn't get that.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I would have recognized it, but on like I actually do have like I have seen that, but like I feel like on their clothes it's not purple. Like it's like
Yeah,
whatever
it's not purple on the clothes.
It's like
yeah,
whatever
it's,
the
shiny.
it's just like reflective, but that's just like
Yeah.
Lululemon. Like Lululemon's logo is silver on the clothes, but it's red in the real logo. So same
Yeah.
concept. Okay, so it's a 5-7. So it's actually only a 2 point game, or excuse me, it's 5-8. I'm just missing a point on my written score sheet. Immaculate Grid Kings is our baseball category this evening. Frankchester United, would you like to double?
I really like this, but I feel like it could be hard.
I feel like
Especially
you double if you
Matt
like
made
it.
a baseball question.
We're running out of questions, and if you
Yeah.
like it, take it.
I do like it.
All right,
You
we
only
go
got three
double.
more. If you like one of the three, you gotta pick it.
Yeah.
Yep. Double it up for us, Matt.
Okay. Here is the Maccabros question. Name the player based on some of the Immaculate Grid criteria he satisfies. 300 plus home runs, All-Star, World Series champion, played for the Cubs, played for the Marlins, played first base.
I have a good phone a friend if we need it. But I also have I I don't know if he was a World Series champion. I have a guess. I just don't know if he ever won a World Series or not.
Do you want to use the phone a friend?
Yeah, but let me think. But yes. I'm pretty sure I have a guess. I don't know if it's right. We're gonna phone a friend.
Okay.
I also have a name in mind, but I don't know if he played first base.
You better fucking answer. I'm gonna be 0 for 2 on phone a friend answering my fucking calls. What a joke. Okay, it's Derek Lee is my guess.
Steven, did you have any?
I'd just go with that. I don't know.
Derek Lee, final.
That's correct.
Nice, cool.
That was my guess. I had no idea he played for the Marlins.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
I knew he played for the Marlins. I didn't know he was a World Series champion.
he won the 2003 World Series with the Marlins.
Yeah,
Or was it 97? He won one of those Marlins World Series. He was on the team. Okay, Frankchester United. Name the player based on some of the Immaculate Grid criteria he satisfies. All-Star, Gold Glove, played for the Mariners, played for the Padres, played center field.
got it.
Awesome. They have it too.
Oh,
I don't know.
Ben Griffey.
Steven has a look.
No. I have like 5 names in my head.
It was the 03 World Series, by the way.
Just think out loud.
I have the answer, so they don't need to.
Oh, did the meeting go away for everybody else?
No.
What is happening?
Juan Pierre final.
That was my guess.
Oof.
Oh man.
Stolen double chance.
Third Gold Glove, Mariners, Padres. Can't think of another center fielder for the Marlins.
Center fielder for the Padres that was a Gold Glover.
I don't even think he played for either of these teams, but Jason Hayward. He didn't play for either of those teams. I don't know. We'll final that.
It says Mariners, by the way, Coop, not Marlins, if that makes difference to you.
It did.
Mike Cameron is the answer here.
If you put Mets in there, I would have gotten it.
Yeah, well, that's why I didn't.
Yeah, if you put Rangers in there, that would.
I was debating between putting Red Sox instead of the Padres, but I left the Padres. The problem is, like, Derek Lee, I took 2 of his longest tenures, but Mike Cameron played like exactly 2 seasons for like 6 teams in a row. Okay. We also have a minor scoring update. Frankchester United actually have 9 points. Sorry to the Maccabros for telling them that. So that stolen double would have been huge for them. There are 4 points left though, so Maccabros can still win. We come to inexplicably good NCAA 25 teams, college football. There are no lifelines left. So here is the question for the Maccabros. This Big Ten team who beat Auburn in the Music City Bowl last season and whose most recent top 10 pick was a receiver drafted in 2009 won the national title in my first dynasty season.
Who did Auburn play in the Music City Bowl last season?
I didn't even know Auburn made a bowl. Trying to think of good receivers in the Big Ten.
The first one that
I'm
popped into
thinking
my head.
Minnesota.
I don't think they played in the Music City Bowl.
What are you saying, Steven?
The first one that popped in my head was Northwestern, but I don't know. I'm trying to think.
First one that popped into my head was Purdue.
Receiver in 09, top 10.
Yeah, I actually like
be Eric
Northwestern.
Decker. If you think Minnesota, Eric Decker was later.
Or Indiana. Indiana final.
The only top 10 picks I can think of around then are Justin Blackman and Michael Crabtree. They both played in the Big 12.
What school? You know what school it was?
They were both Big 12 schools. So I
Um,
don't know what school played Auburn.
I mean, we can just it's gonna be a Big Ten team I wasn't thinking of that you're not thinking of as a
Yeah.
right. Like I'm thinking this team though you didn't I can't remember what was good, like Illinois or something. I have a better answer.
Yeah, why not?
Illinois final.
This would be Maryland.
Oh,
Darius
good
Hayward
draft
Bay.
Yeah, Darius Hayward.
Oh.
All right, we continue.
Big 10 in 09, but whatever.
What was that?
They weren't in the Big 10 in 09, but whatever.
Well, yeah, it was current Big Ten team.
I know. I'm just trying to be like Coop and complain.
Hey, I got a private text from Matt complaining about PD's game this week, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, there's a bit of a difference between these questions and those, I would say.
I would agree.
This Big 12 team who beat NC State in the Pop-Tarts Bowl last season and whose most recent top 10 pick was a quarterback drafted in 07 won the national title in my third dynasty season, beating my Coastal Carolina team in the quarterfinals.
I think this is Kansas State.
Well, there's a Pop-Tarts Bowl that's kind of lit.
Dude, the mascot was a Pop-Tart that you could eat.
That's so cool.
You don't think it's Kansas State, Steven?
I'm just trying to think who the quarterback would be.
I think I just remember the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know if you could you use up your time to think of someone. Like if you can't think of someone,
Yeah, just send it.
Kansas State final.
Damn, Steven, why didn't you think of someone?
Who
Yeah.
was the quarterback?
Josh
Josh
Freeman.
Freeman. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he went 17th. I don't know why.
Greg is just a weapon on college sports all of a sudden.
For real.
Coop, Brett was talking about that the whole next day.
Oh, really?
I was in Orlando at the same time as them, and they were all like Universal together, like wearing Pop-Tarts Bowl stuff. It was pretty funny.
Was the game in Orlando?
Yeah. Okay, royal lineage is our last category. It's a history category. Maccabros. The father of the highly successful Edward the Elder, this famous Anglo-Saxon king is known for fighting off Viking invasions and is the only English-born monarch to have been given the epithet the Great. So I'm just looking for one first name here.
Alexander.
He
No.
was Greek, but whatever.
Macedonian.
Oh, okay, Macedonia. Thanks.
That's all it's saying.
Edward the Elder. Oh, it's gonna be a white name. It's gonna be like
John.
John or
John,
Henry, Henry or
Charles, George.
I like Charles.
Stephen.
Mhm.
It's a good name.
all right, we'll go with Charles, I guess.
Charles the Great final.
I think this is Richard the Great.
Great
I want you to get this right. I don't know how you pulled this, Craig, but let's just go Richard. It'd be hype.
You want me to get this right?
Yeah, I want you to get this right.
Craig, I hope you get it wrong.
We're gonna win anyway.
Yeah,
Or-
but why would you know this? Why would you know?
Because it's like I do Quiz Bowl and I was asked these dumb English history questions. I think it's Richard the Great final.
It's Richard the Lionheart. This is Alfred the Great. If anyone played the Assassin's Creed Viking game, he's like the main villain. That's
Ain't no one named Alfred the Great or something. Like, come on.
If that question had been, give me the most signature butler's name, I would have gotten it.
All right, last question tonight. Alexander the Great was the son of this leader who oversaw the rise of Macedonia thanks to his invention of the phalanx formation, which helped defeat the city-states of Athens and Thebes. And for this one, I would clarify I needed a name and a number, whereas the last one I just needed a name.
Yeah, I ain't got this, I don't think. But what's the score again?
It's 10-6.
Okay, so
All right, Henry the Third, because that sounds like a real person.
no, I can think of some Greek dude.
Is it like
So Alexander the Great was actually Alexander the Third. So why don't we go with Alexander the Second?
Or Alexander the Lionheart.
You like that logic, Frank? He's Alexander the Third, so his dad must be Alexander too.
Or would he just be Alexander Jr.?
I think that back in the day they like skipped generations with different
That's
names.
the best
but
I
send
got.
it. Send
He
it.
said the number. You need the number. So
True.
Alexander the Second.
Ivan
Xerxes.
is terrible.
Was it Xerxes the first?
Yep.
Sure.
I don't know. Just remember from Xerxes.
You can go with that.
Xerxes the first final.
Xerxes was Persian.
Persian, yeah.
Oh, what?
Okay, so that ends us tonight. 6
Those
to
answers could have
10.
been switched, and I would have.
Are you gonna use FBS colleges next time? Your next niche?
Luckily,
Yeah.
those 2 points were not
I'm
decisive.
just here. Like they can use it. It doesn't hurt us if they use it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll give that to you.
Yeah. Next week, the Maccabros play Simple Jacks and Frankchester United plays the Hypnotoads. Okay, if you just joined for the 10 p.m. game, I need to leave the meeting for calls to adopt the hosting. So you're going to have to just rejoin immediately. So this meeting's going to end and then just join right away again. All right, thanks for playing the teams I just hosted.
Thanks.